Greetings, wonderful people. So today I'm doing the Taylor Swift book tag. I am a huge Taylor Swift fanatic. She's actually one of my favorite female singers. In honor of her new CD and her wonderfulness, I'm doing the Taylor Swift book tag. So I'm just going to be looking down a bit. The questions are pulled up on my laptop, which is in my lap. We are never ever getting back together. Pick a book or series that you were pretty sure you were in love with, but then wanted to break up with. And this, for me, has to be Aragon, which is by Christopher Paolini. I read this book in middle school / high school and was reading the series. And the thing is, I absolutely love Aragon. I've read this book so many times. Aragon and Aldous, the first two, I think are amazing. But the third and fourth book just kind of suck. It just kind of goes this really weird way, and the books are really long, and there's too many characters and too many perspectives, like character perspectives, that I just don't care about. Just way too many storylines that don't matter. And yes. Question number 2, red. Pick a book with a red cover. And for this one I chose The Scorpio Races by Maggie Stiefvater. It's kind of like a reddish brown, reddish brick brown. I don't even really like horses that much. I mean, I like horses, but I'm actually kind of terrified of horses. They're just one of those creatures that like fascinates me, but I just don't want to get close to. So I still just really liked this book. And yes, red cover. Question number 3, the best day. Pick a book that makes you feel nostalgic. So let me see. This is The Legend of Holly Claus. This is honestly, it's the best Christmas book I think there is, and it's about Santa Claus's daughter. It's just like this fantastical type of book, but it takes place in New York City in the 1920s or something like that, and it's so adorable. It's timeless, and there are these amazing pictures in the book. How beautiful is that? And there's just so many delightful things. I love this book. It's a children's book. It's a really large book though. It just makes me feel Christmassy, and it makes me feel young and happy and like magic exists. Love story. Pick a book with forbidden love. Now, most books I read have some type of forbidden love, but I just had to do this one. It is A Room with a View by E.M. Forster, yes. This book is a beautiful book, and it's about this young woman named Lucy, and she's kind of taught up to believe in properness and class and rank and sophistication, and she kind of falls in love with this a bit off-the-wall rogue man named George Emerson. So it's just kind of a really cute forbidden love. Number 5, I Knew You Were Trouble. Pick a book with a bad character you couldn't help but love. So I hate to admit that I actually came around to this character, but by the time I got to A Storm of Swords, I really started liking Jamie Lancaster. He was such a butt the first 2 books. I think I started liking him maybe the end of the second book, but I mean honestly, by A Storm of Swords, I actually like Jamie, and I hate that I like him because he sucks, but at the same time, he doesn't. Innocent. Pick a book that someone ruined the ending for. So for this one, I chose a book that the author ruined the ending for, and that book is Dear John. But I still like it, so maybe I'm the one with the problem. Everything Has Changed. Pick a character from a book who goes through extensive character development. Now, if you've read this book, you understand. It's Choker by Elizabeth Woods. The main character, I don't want to give it away. Like, I can't tell you what happens because that would ruin the entire book, but it's totally the main character. If you read the book, she goes through some character development, that's for darn sure. You Belong With Me. Pick your most anticipated book release. This one is an obvious for me. I know I talk about these books all the time. It was definitely Clockwork Princess, The Infernal Devices final book, which I flipped my lid over. Forever and Always. Pick your favorite book couple. For this one, I chose to go classic, and I'm picking Elizabeth and Mr. Darcy. I could also have picked this kind of with Forbidden Love in a way, because they both kind of forbid each other from loving each other. Come Back, Be Here, which I actually don't know the Taylor Swift songs. I'm going to have to listen to that afterwards. But anyway, the question is, pick the book you would least like to lend out for fear of missing it too much. So, I'm gonna go with my Harry Potter books. I'm just repping the first one here, but I have never lent out my Harry Potter books. I encourage people to use the library or someone else's book. So that concludes the Taylor Swift book tag. Thanks for watching and happy reading. I can't stop this, so we'll wait for it to be done. Okay.